Myself, Dr. Swapnil Mane, a gynec endoscopic surgeon working for the Saidam Hospital at Rauri, District Ahmednagar, Maharashtra, India. I am practicing here as a laparoscopic surgeon since 9 years. Dr. Prakash Agawa and myself runs this laparoscopic training center for the budding gynecologist, and we have trained near about 80 Indian candidates and 4 foreign delegates for the endoscopy. Our vision is the budding gynecologist or upcoming gynecologist should perform independently the common laparoscopic procedures at their centers. This is our vision. So, in our endoscopic center, the complete hands-on is given for the gynecologist, because laparoscopy is such a field that without hands-on, only theoretical knowledge will not be sufficient for the endoscopy. The real hands-on is necessary before venturing in your private practice. So today I am going to discuss how to start the laparoscopic setup, how to start the laparoscopic procedure in your small nursing homes that are very common in India, in individual practice. Generally, OT size of 14 into 14 feet is mandatory before starting the laparoscopy setup. Then, for in operation theatre, the floor should be coated with the vinyl chloride and the wall should be coated with the epoxy coating. And rest of the things, OT table, LED lamp, Boyle's apparatus, multi-para monitor, emergency drugs, these are necessary. So, I would like to start with the laparoscopic trolley first. The laparoscopic trolley contains the following instrument: medical grade monitor, camera, LED light source, CO2 insufflator, histomat, and pottery. This is the stabilizer. These are the minimal instrument needed, and additionally medium size and jumbo CO2 cylinder. So I will take one by one. In camera, this consists of, for the good laparoscopy, vision is important, the perfect vision is important, and we should try to purchase the 3-chip camera, because 3-chip camera has a 3-chip handling with the 3 colors: red, blue, green. The camera produces the different combinations of the color, the different combination of the images for the good vision. And single chip camera, that single chip senses the 3 colors and produces the various combinations. So 3-chip camera is very important for the good vision. This is the head of the camera, Storz Image 1 HD. Other cameras like Striker 1488, 1588 also the good quality vision. In Olympus, HD is also good quality. We recommend the cameras of Storz, Striker and Olympus. These are the best cameras. This contains a lens. Lens is very important structure. This is the macro vision, means the vision in the circle, square, what you get in the monitor, that is macro vision, the large vision. And micro adjustment is done by this one. These are required during the white balancing basically. First we do the macro vision, the big vision, and then the micro vision is important. This is the menu button and this is the white balancing button. After adjusting the good vision, we used to press the white balancing button. So in the menu button there are various menus, contrast, brightness, different visions can be adjusted here. Okay. So we should buy the 3-chip camera, that is our priority. And models we suggest that are in span of 9 years, we have experienced that these are the models, these are the best for the good scoping. Among these, Storch Image One Hub, this is the best one, and latest model in the Storch is Spice. Spice I will recommend is the best in the Storch. As you know, the Storch is a very pioneer company in the laparoscopy. This is the head, processing unit and the monitor. Head has a one tab for the white balancing. Before using the camera, before inserting the scope in the abdomen, white balancing very necessary. What is basically the white balancing? White balancing is camera adjusts its vision with reference to the white color. That is white balancing. Because purpose of white balancing is to remove impurities before the laparoscopic procedure, before inserting in the abdomen. Okay. So, what are the impurities? The white balancing is necessary to remove the impurities. Impurities due to voltage difference, impurities due to the various disinfectant we use to clean the scope, camera. So these are the impurities should be removed before we insert the scope in the abdomen. That is why the white balancing is necessary. White balancing is to have we need a pure white object like gauze, cotton piece or white color cloth for the white balancing. And white balancing, if you are using the 10 mm camera, white balancing should be done at a distance of 10 cm. If you are using the histoscope, then 8 mm histoscope, 4 mm histoscope, then white balancing should be done at a distance of 4 cm and 8 cm. Okay. Then we should move on the next thing, that is LED light source. LED light source. This is the optic cable for the LED light source. This is the LED light source. Okay. This optical cable consists of the fibers basically. We should take the precaution, this wire should not be bent so that it will damage the optical fibers, and the brightness should be 56. The average brightness should be 56. Okay. We can increase or decrease the brightness of this LED light source. Previously we were using the halogen light source that were giving the yellow light source. Now this LED light source is giving the bright vision, the white vision. The average brightness should be the 56 lux, and we can increase or decrease the brightness depending upon situation. But for the gynec endoscopy procedure, we keep a 56 lux as a brightness basically. Second thing, here indicates the number of hours the light source is used. Here it indicated 287 hours. Generally light source is of capacity of 300 hours, 500 hours. We can use the light source. After 300 hours, we should change the bulb from the vendor. Now, the latest version is LED light source 180p. We can purchase this LED light source from any vendor. Next version is, the latest version is xenon light source. That is ideal basically. For the camera and the cautery, we always recommend candidate camera should belong to those models I have mentioned, and the cautery should be of Allen only, because we have explained that Allen cautery is the best cautery, very precise, very controlled energy source. Energy is emitted in that Allen cautery. So these we recommend from these companies only, and rest of the instrument we recommend from any local vendor. Then CO2 insufflator. In CO2 insufflator, this is a very important instrument for the endoscopy. In that, here is the preset pressure, actual pressure and flow. We should keep the preset pressure below 14 and flow should be below 14, because generally human abdomen, average size Indian abdomen, 1.5 liter of gas will create the 12 mm of Hg, 12 mm of pressure in the abdomen. We should keep the preset pressure below 15 or 12. 12 is the ideal one. Okay. If you keep the preset pressure 12 and flow should be kept below 14, flow doesn't matter. Preset pressure is very important. When in abdomen, suppose I kept the preset pressure 12 in abdomen, if that pressure reaches, automatically flow stops. Okay. Means pressure is important, preset pressure is important. Then after inserting the Bayes needle, if you start CO2 insufflation, or after inserting the trocar, if you using the direct trocar entry technique, after starting the insufflation, if there is sudden rise of pressure, then sudden rise of actual pressure, then something is abnormal. If you are putting the Bayes needle or trocar, and if you start the CO2 insufflator, if there is sudden rise of pressure 15, 20, 25, then there is chance that we are extraperitoneal. So after starting the CO2 insufflation, we should see the actual pressure. Actual pressure is very important. The three parameters: flow, actual pressure, preset pressure. If rise of pressure is slowly 5 mm, 10 mm, 15 mm, then we are intraperitoneal. Secondly, after starting the CO2 insufflation, we should wait for some time, because there is air in the tubings that has to be wiped out before starting that. We should not connect to the instrument and then we should not start the CO2 insufflator. First, let the air wipe out from the tubings. That is why we should start the CO2 insufflation and we should not connect for the 10 to 20, so that air should be cleared from the tubing. Second thing, generally obese patients are patients having big abdomen. The 3 liters capacity. In small, medium-sized patient, 1.5 liters the abdominal capacity. That much of CO2 is accommodated inside the abdomen. Okay. That is why CO2 insufflator we can buy from any local vendor. These are good quality CO2 insufflator, very important. This is the most important instrument in the laparoscopic trolley, because by observing the actual pressure throughout the procedure, we can watch if there is sudden drop of pressure, that means something is there. In intestinal perforation, in organ perforation, there is sudden drop of pressure. That should be carefully seen. And why we use the CO2 insufflator, CO2 gas, why it is chosen? CO2 gas has a less solubility in the blood And second thing, there is a less chances of CO2 embolism. That is why CO2 gas is preferred in the scope as compared to air. And in cardiac patient, in hypertensive patient, generally nitrous oxide is preferred. That is different thing. This tubing is connected to the trocar properly. Okay. First the gas, let the gas wipe out, and then it is connected to the trocar. And second thing, from the back end of the CO2 insufflator, CO2 gas cylinders are connected. Gas cylinders are connected. This is the jumbo cylinder containing this is the 30 kilogram of the CO2. This is the medium sized CO2 cylinder. This contains 5 kilogram of the CO2. So in jumbo cylinder, you can finish 50 to 55 cases of TLH. In medium sized cylinder, 10 cases can be completed. So better to have a jumbo cylinder, and as a result, we should have the medium sized cylinder. In case of any problem to the jumbo cylinder, immediately we can connect the medium sized cylinder. Then this is histomat. Histomat is connected to the 3 liters of normal saline with TRP set, and when it is connected to the histoscope, the pressure we should keep up to 120. Some people have a comfort with 110 pressure, 120 pressure, 100 pressure, and flow should be 0.5, 0.7, 0.9. So instrument also you can purchase from any local vendor. That is important instrument for the histoscopy, operative SOS diagnosiscopy. This is stabilizer. Stabilizer should be connected to the camera, light source and COT insufflator, because due to voltage fluctuation, it should not damage the internal parts of the instruments. This is the Allen cautery, Indian Allen basically. It has monopolar and bipolar mode. Here for monopolar use, this pink wire is connected. For bipolar use or vessel sealing mode, this grey wire is connected. For monopolar only, we will need a grounding pad or cautery pad, and this bipolar is connected to the bipolar instruments. Like this is endocoagulation cutter, very commonly used in endoscopy. Endocoagulation cutter. It has sharp insert and a handle. These are the 3 proper endocoagulation cutter. In see there are 2 settings, FS bi, FS mono. In bipolar setting, ligation mode, the bipolar should be 30, cutting should be 9, and coagulation mode should be 35 for the bipolar vessel ligation or ligation mode. And for the monopolar, see again, cutting and coagulation will be active for the monopolar, and in bipolar, the ligation mode, bipolar mode, cutting mode, coagulation mode, these 4 modes will be active. See, in ligation mode, this has vessel sealing property, and this 2 leaves of instrument, this is called cutter, endocoagulation cutter. This can be used for 20 cases maximum. Okay. After that, we can change the insert, or we can change the whole instrument. Up to 7 mm vessels can be sealed. 7 mm tissue can be sealed with this instrument. Above 7 mm, we will need the clips for the big vessels, major vessels. So up to 7 mm, the charring will be done, and if you want to cut, then we have to cut the tissue in small bites. Then this is cautery pad, very important. This has bipolar mode or ligation mode, cutting, coagulation. In bipolar mode, in vessel sealing mode, see, if I catch some tissue or vessel, this will seal. This will cause charring of the tissue. And if you want to cut or dissect, this is dissect paddle will dissect the tissue in small bites. Up to 7 mm we can coagulate the vessel. Up to 7 mm we can coagulate the tissue. And for the cutting, we should have the small bites basically. Bites of 2 to 3 mm, and we'll press the dissect handle. Means this is dual instrument basically. This can be used for the coagulation and this can be used for the dissection in vessel ligation mode. Generally in TLH here we use this instrument very commonly. The 20 cases can be performed easily with this instrument. And for monopolar, like PCOD drilling, monopolar hook used for the TLH. For vault opening, we will use the cutting and coagulation mode. You got it. In TLH, generally we keep the ligation mode bipolar 30, cutting 9, coagulation 35. It is FS by PCOD drilling needle actually. And hook. So this is the ligation mode. For monopolar setting, I will activate the monopolar, this one, or this cautery paddle is connected via Bluetooth to the cautery machine. We can activate from here also, FS by FS mono. Okay, I have taken the PCOD needle for monopolar. In monopolar there is very few indications for the this one in gynecology. One is PCOD drilling or LOD, and second is to cut the vault while doing the TLH. This is monopolar hook and this is PCOD needle. In PCOD drilling, we should have 4 to 5 punctures over the ovarian surface, and in indicated patient only we are doing the PCOD drilling. Otherwise, the patient may go in the poor ovarian reserve, premature ovarian failure. For PCOD drilling, for laparoscopic ovarian drilling, the settings for the monopolar is cutting mode should be 40, and coagulation mode should be 35. We will use the cutting power 40 watt. Will take 4 to 5 punctures, 4 mm depth over the ovarian surface in LOD. But in modern era, in era of the in vitro fertilization, very less role of LOD drilling remains. Similarly, for the monopolar vault cut, we will use the monopolar hook to cut the vault in TLH. Generally we cut the vault 12 to 3, 12 to 9 o'clock, 9 to 6 o'clock, then at the end 6 to 3 o'clock in circular manner. As you know, in monopolar, lateral spread of the heat is up to 8 to 10 mm. In bipolar, the lateral spread of the heat is 5 to 6 mm, and in harmony 1 to 2 mm is the lateral heat spread. That is why for training candidate, we don't advise the monopolar hook or monopolar cautery for the vault cut. We should do here the vault opening by the endocoagulation cutter. These are the functions: ligation mode, simple bipolar mode, and monopolar mode for the cautery. This cautery can be used for the open surgeries, coagulation, for the vaginal surgeries, for coagulations. For the vaginal surgeries, the small, this one, cutter is also available. Small endocoagulation cutter is also available. This is long one, for surgeries. Then the trolley should be of stainless steel. That is important to prevent the rusting. And stabilizer should be there. And power backup for the trolley, the 2.5 kV inverter is sufficient. Or for air conditioning of the OT, we should have the generator backup of 15 kV. Generator backup is sufficient for the operation theatre. Because electricity in India, there are lots of times the electricity shutdowns in summer season. So backup is very important. The 2.5 kV inverter backup is necessary before starting the OT, because during the procedure, if there is electricity shutdown, then very problematic will be the things. So inverter should be there, battery backup should be there for the operation theatre. So thank you so much for your patiently hearing. So we'll cover one topic in each lecture.